for 5 minuten. Behind the smile, is Dara and Jung Il-woo's relationship falling apart? What secrets are hiding beneath their perfect facade? Are cracks starting to show in what once seemed like a flawless love story? Join Red Carpet Revealed as we uncover the shocking truth behind their smiles. Let's find out right now. What happens when the perfect love story begins to fall apart? One subtle glance? One cold silence at a time? That's the question swirling around everyone's minds today as shocking footage leaked online just 5 minutes ago appeared to show Dara and Jung Il-woo engaged in a heated argument backstage at a glamorous event. A couple once adored for their charm, elegance, and storybook romance now finds themselves at the center of a storm no one saw coming. Until now, Dara and Jung Il-woo were K Entertainment's golden couple. Every red carpet appearance was a masterclass in grace. Every shared glance between them seemed to radiate love. Fans dubbed them the fairy tale pair. Their relationship was often cited as proof that true love could bloom even under the relentless scrutiny of fame. They met 3 years ago at a charity gala, where eyewitnesses said sparks flew immediately. Their flirtatious banter, documented on camera during the evening's speeches, quickly went viral. Not long after, paparazzi photos caught them having coffee at a quiet cafe in Hanam-dong, sealing their status as Korea's most exciting new couple. When they finally went public with their relationship through a carefully worded joint statement, social media erupted in celebration. Hashtags like #StarWooForever and #GoldenCoupleGoals trended globally, with millions swooning over their love story. For the next 2 years, they were inseparable. Behind-the-scenes clips from awards shows showed Jung Il-woo tenderly adjusting Dara's dress or whispering something that made her laugh. They were spotted vacationing together in Paris and Bali, posting carefully curated Instagram stories that fans devoured for clues about their private life. At interviews, both spoke warmly, if a bit vaguely, about finding strength in each other and learning to navigate the pressures of fame together. But in hindsight, there were signs that all was not perfect. Small signs, easily missed at first. At a movie premiere 3 months ago, Dara smiled brightly for the cameras but walked a few steps ahead of Jung Il-woo instead of by his side. During a talk show appearance, he mentioned wanting to focus on personal growth in a way that struck some as unusually detached. The first big hint came during a fan meet and greet, when fans noticed Jung Il-woo's hand subtly pulling away when Dara tried to hold it. The moment, though fleeting, was captured on video and analyzed endlessly online. Fans began noticing Dara posting cryptic captions like "Even roses have thorns" and "Not every smile means happiness" under her selfies. Rumors began to spread. Then came the bombshell, footage leaked this morning, barely 5 minutes ago, of what appears to be a serious argument between them. In the video, filmed in a dimly lit parking garage, Dara is seen gesturing passionately while Jung Il-woo keeps his arms crossed, his jaw tight. At one point, she turns away, wiping her face, and he walks briskly in the opposite direction. Though the video cuts off before we see more, it was enough to ignite a wildfire of speculation. Comments exploded online. Fans expressed heartbreak, confusion, and even anger. Nah, not them. One fan wrote, "My whole belief in love just shattered." Another commented, "We don't know the full story, let's not jump to conclusions." But this hurts. Entertainment media outlets have since flooded their social feeds with headlines like "Trouble in Paradise" and Dara and Jung Il-woo seen in heated exchange. As the clip continued to circulate, unverified insiders began coming forward, claimed the couple had been living apart for months. Another suggested infidelity on one side, though they refused to specify who. A staff member at an event 2 weeks ago reportedly overheard Dara saying, "I can't keep pretending anymore." No context was given. Meanwhile, the couple's agencies released terse statements asking for privacy, denying nothing outright but insisting the two were simply going through a difficult moment. Fans have since taken sides, with hashtags like #ProtectDara and #SupportIlwoo both trending. While some accuse him of being cold and distant, others argue she has become too controlling or emotional. Fan forums have turned into battlegrounds. Heated debates over who is to blame, or if anyone even is. Behind the scenes, Both Dara and Jung Il-woo remain silent. Neither has posted on their personal accounts since the clip went viral. Paparazzi outside their respective apartments report heavy security and drawn curtains. Some fans have gathered nearby holding signs of support, while others have lit candles at a park they were known to frequent together. One thing is clear: the perfect smiles they once wore so effortlessly now seem heavy with unspoken words. And as the world watches closely, more cracks are beginning to show. But this is only the beginning. The truth behind the perfect facade is darker, messier, and more heartbreaking than anyone imagined. As the dust settled on the initial shock, revelations began surfacing, painting a picture of a love story that had become toxic long before that leaked video. A former stylist who worked with the couple described an incident months ago at a photo shoot. They arrived separately, she recalled. There was tension in the room. They barely spoke unless the cameras were on. When the photographer asked them to hold hands, Dara squeezed his, but he pulled away the moment the shot was done. Another source, who claimed to be close to Jung Il-woo, revealed that he had expressed feeling suffocated in the relationship, citing Dara's alleged jealousy over his female co-stars and her insistence on approving his projects. Meanwhile, those close to Dara argued she felt neglected, that Jung Il-woo had become distant, prioritizing his career over her. One cryptic message allegedly sent from her private account read, "I gave everything, but it was never enough." Screenshots of the message made their way to fan pages, sparking fierce debates over its meaning. Social media only fueled the fire. Fans began combing through past posts, noticing patterns: her captions growing darker, his smiles looking more forced. A video clip from an award show last year resurfaced, showing her wiping away tears while he avoided looking at her. The question everyone now asked was, who was to blame? Experts weighed in, with psychologists analyzing the dynamics of public relationships. The pressure of maintaining a flawless image while navigating real-life issues can create a toxic environment, one explained. Both partners end up performing happiness rather than experiencing it. In the meantime, brands they endorsed began quietly distancing themselves. A luxury fashion label removed their couple campaign from its homepage, while a beverage company replaced their joint commercial with a solo version. This only fueled rumors that the two were headed for an official split. And yet, through it all, neither of them addressed the public directly. Instead, they seemed to communicate through subtle gestures. Jung Il-woo was spotted leaving his apartment late at night, looking haggard, while Dara was photographed walking alone through a park, her eyes red and puffy behind sunglasses. Fans continued to battle online. Some wrote open letters pleading with them to work it out, while others demanded they part ways before more damage was done. At one point, the hashtag #LetThemGo trended, alongside #WooForever, evidence of how divided their fanbase had become. Then came another twist: audio of an alleged phone call between them leaked, in which voices, believed to be theirs, could be heard arguing. One voice, thought to be Dara's, said through tears, "Why can't you just say you love me like you used to?" Followed by silence on the other end. The clip left fans stunned. Painted a heartbreaking image of two people clinging to a love that perhaps no longer existed. As commentators and fans speculated about whether they would break up officially, their agencies finally issued a joint statement. Dara and Jung Il-woo are taking time to reflect on their relationship. "We ask for your understanding and refrain from speculation." It was hardly the reassurance fans hoped for. And so, the saga continues, a perfect romance now unraveling in front of millions. The once golden couple, whose smiles once lit up every red carpet, now stand on opposite sides of an invisible chasm. As night fell, fans lit candles outside the place where they first met, laying flowers and notes that read, "We still believe in you." But others walked away, whispering, "Some love stories aren't meant to last." In the end, perhaps this is the cruelest truth of all: even the brightest smiles can hide the darkest pain. Behind every perfect photo lies 1,000 untold stories, stories of love, of longing, of loneliness. As the world watches, breathless, only one question remains: will Dara and Jung Il-woo find their way back to each other, or will this be the final chapter of their fairy tale? Time, as always, will tell. The night deepens and the city lights flicker like distant stars. The world holds its breath. Dara and Jung Il-woo, once the embodiment of a perfect love story, now stand as a haunting reminder that even the most radiant smiles can mask an unraveling heart. The whispers grow louder, two souls who once moved as one are now trapped in a silent war, a battlefield of glances and unsaid words. Outside the hospital, outside their apartments, outside the park where they were first seen hand in hand, fans gather, clutching candles, flowers, and fading hope. They whisper prayers into the cold air, their voices trembling between loyalty and disillusionment. The images of their joyous beginnings play on repeat in the minds of millions, now mingled with leaked videos of tense arguments and cryptic messages. Their smiles, once a beacon of love, have become a riddle. Was it all real, or merely a beautifully crafted illusion? One can almost feel the weight of their silence, her tear-streaked face hidden behind dark glasses, his hands shoved deep into his pockets as he walks away. Theirs is a story now teetering on the edge. No one knows which way it will fall. In the end, perhaps that is the cruelest truth, even love that dazzles the world can fracture quietly in the dark. Perhaps the greatest tragedy is not that they might part, but that they stay too long, clinging to the memory of what they used to be, and so we watch, breathless and powerless. The curtain begins to fall on their fairy tale, unsure if it will end in a final embrace, or a final goodbye.